So you want to learn Python. That's awesome. But a lot of us think that means we have to do these grueling marathon study sessions. But here's a secret. That's the #1 reason people quit. So in this explainer, we're going to break down a simple daily routine that actually works and keeps you from burning out.
Have you ever felt like this, just completely overwhelmed? If you have, you are definitely not alone. It's such a common feeling when you're tackling something big and new. But what if I told you the problem isn't what you think it is? That's right. Python itself isn't this impossible mountain that it seems to be. The real issue for most people, the thing that makes them want to give up, is that they're following a learning routine that is just completely broken and unsustainable. Okay, let's dive right into the biggest mistake most beginners make. It's this vicious cycle that makes you feel like you're the one failing, when in reality, it's the learning method that's failing you. So does this look familiar to anyone? On day 1, you're on fire. Total intensity, you watch 3 hours of tutorials, you're coding along, you feel super productive. And then, day 2 comes. Total burnout. You do nothing. You're exhausted, you're frustrated, and all that motivation, it's just gone. This all or nothing approach is the fastest way to quit. So yeah, this whole cycle creates the illusion that Python is just too difficult. But the real problem isn't the language. It's this flawed approach. Once you fix your routine, I promise you, everything starts to change. Okay, so let's move on to the solution. And really, it's a powerful mindset shift. This is the core principle that's going to make all the difference in your learning journey. This right here, this is the mantra you need to remember. It is not about heroic marathon coding sessions. It's about small, steady, focused progress, day in and day out. That is what builds real, lasting skill. So what does that daily progress actually look like? Just this, 30 to 60 minutes a day. That's it. It's a manageable goal you can fit into almost any schedule. And yes, it is absolutely enough to make real progress. You know, a great way to think about it is like going to the gym. You wouldn't work out for 8 hours once a month and expect to see any results, right? You get stronger with shorter, regular sessions. Well, coding works the exact same way. It's that focused, consistent practice that builds up your programming muscles. All right, so you're on board with 30, 60 minutes a day, but what do you actually do in that time? Let's break it down into a simple, perfect daily structure you can start using literally today. Here's the blueprint. First, spend about 10 minutes on revision. Just look over yesterday's code and notes to kind of get your brain warmed up. Next, 15 to 20 minutes of practice. Your goal here is to solve just one small problem. Then spend another 15 to 20 minutes on improvement. This is where you can go back to some old code and clean it up or add a tiny new feature. Finally, take 5 minutes for reflection. Write down what clicked for you and what was still confusing. The structure is balanced, it's effective, and it keeps you moving forward without that burnout. And remember, during that practice time, the goal is not to solve 10 problems as fast as you can. It's to deeply understand the logic of one. Seriously, solving just one problem a day consistently creates an incredibly strong foundation over time. Okay, let's talk about tutorials. We all use them, they're a great resource, but there is a right way and a very, very wrong way to use them. This next principle is key to turning that passive learning into active skill building. This is the 10-20 rule, and it's a game changer. Watching a video can feel really productive, but the real learning happens at the keyboard. So for every 10 minutes you're passively watching something, you need to spend at least 20 minutes actively coding, experimenting, and applying what you just saw. Now, to keep things from getting stale, you're going to want to mix up your focus throughout the week. This is just a sample schedule to give you an idea. You can see how some days you focus on basics, others you work on a project. You'll also see DSA practice in there. That's data structures and algorithms, which are super fundamental, especially for interviews. This variety keeps your motivation high and helps you build really well-rounded skills. So you've got the daily blueprint and a weekly pattern. But what about the mental side of things? Let's talk about the mindset you really need for the long-term journey to becoming a proficient coder. This is the big one, right? It's the question everyone has because, well, life happens. You are going to miss a day. It is inevitable. So what do you do when that happens? The answer is so simple. You just continue the next day. That's it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't fall into that trap of thinking you have to restart your whole streak. You know, consistency isn't about having a perfect record. It's about the commitment to coming back again and again, even after you miss a day. So please, remember this. Learning to code is not some magical talent you're born with. It's a skill, and it's built through repetition. Every single developer you admire got there through simple, daily practice, repeated over weeks and months and years.
And that's really what it all comes down to. Your future as a programmer isn't built in one massive, heroic effort. It's forged in these small, quiet, consistent daily sessions. Just show up, code a little, and improve slowly. That's the real path to getting good at this.